To the one who wakes at 3 in the morning, you are being called by the universe. Tesla speaks on the message of the soul that arrives in the quietest hour. If lately, around 3 in the morning, you have been waking up almost every single night for some reason, please stay with me quietly and listen. It is not that you were particularly worried about anything. It is not that you ate something strange before bed. And yet, as if someone gently tapped you on the shoulder, you suddenly find yourself awake. When you look at the clock, it is always around 3. And from there, somehow, for 1 hour, for 2 hours, you cannot fall back asleep. When such nights continue, you may be feeling this way. Why can I not sleep? Is my health failing? It will affect tomorrow, and that troubles me. Could this be a bad sign? But please allow me to tell you this. You have not become ill. You have not become too tired either. What is happening inside you right now is not insomnia, nor a decline in health. It is something far deeper and far more beautiful. It is the sacred call of the universe trying to deliver to you, in the quietest hour, the most important message of all. Think about it. When someone has truly important words to share, what time do they choose? Not the noisy daytime, but the quiet hours of late night. When the streets have gone to sleep and all the noise has disappeared, that is the time they would choose. Because truly important words cannot reach you in the middle of noise. The universe is exactly the same. When you are busy moving through your day, the universe cannot speak to you. When you are deep in sleep at night, the message cannot reach you either. But at 3 in the morning, in that moment when your consciousness rests in the softest state between sleep and waking, only there, only then, does the universe wake you and gently deliver what it truly wishes to tell you. This is not a coincidence. This is the unshakable truth that the universe has chosen you and is calling out to you. In this video, I will gently unfold, from a quantum perspective, why you wake at 3 in the morning, why that hour is the hour of the universe's calling, and the concrete way to receive that call and let it transform your life. If, right now, you are feeling anxious about yourself for waking at 3 in the morning, please do not rush. Stay with me until the very end. By the time today's message is finished, the midnight awakening inside you will no longer appear as something fearful. It will appear in your eyes as the most beautiful gift from the universe. Chapter 1. Why you wake at 3 in the morning. It is not illness, it is not exhaustion, it is the call of the universe. First, let me share the most important truth with you. The phenomenon of waking at 3 in the morning is never a sign of physical disorder, nor of weakness in your heart. From the perspective of the universe, it is a chosen phenomenon, in which the universe is clearly calling out to your particular soul, in the quietest hour of all. Please consider this for a moment. Among the billions of people on this earth, only a small portion wake cleanly at 3 in the morning, every single night. These people do not share any obvious common trait. They do not lead similar lives. And yet, from a certain point in time, they all begin in the same way to wake around 3. There is a clear cosmic reason for this. It is because their souls have begun to be tuned into the state where they can receive the universe's delicate messages. The universe is always sending messages to everyone at all times. But most people are not in the state to receive them. The clamor of the day, the noise of thoughts in the head, the waves of emotion, all of these drown out the delicate frequencies of the universe. However, a soul that has reached a certain stage begins to carry a special sensitivity. capable of receiving messages from the universe. And toward such a soul, the universe chooses the quietest hour and begins to speak gently. That hour is 3 in the morning. To put it another way, it is like a midnight phone call from the universe. I have something important to share. Please wake up, the universe is saying, as it gently taps you on the shoulder. Whether the ring of the phone can be heard depends on your sensitivity. The souls who can feel the touch of that gentle hand on their shoulder are limited in number. And you, right now, have become a soul who can hear the ring of that phone. So please, feel at ease. The fact that you wake at 3 in the morning is not because your body has broken down. It is the most beautiful proof that your soul has reached a special frequency where you can receive direct communication from the universe. And only those who can answer this call with gentleness are able to step into the true flow of life that the universe has prepared for them. Chapter 2. The 5 nighttime signs that appear only in people who are being called by the universe. The phenomenon of waking at 3 in the morning is accompanied by several delicate signs that reinforce it. Here, I will share with you the 5 nighttime signs that appear only in those who are being called by the universe. The first sign. The moment you wake, your heart is mysteriously quiet. Normally, when you suddenly wake in the middle of the night, you feel startled or anxious. But when you are woken by a call from the universe, somehow, your heart is strangely quiet. There is no particular anxiety. There is only the state of having your eyes open. This is the clearest sign that your soul has begun its connection with the universe. The second sign. Right after waking, you feel as if you are about to remember something. You cannot quite tell what it is you are trying to remember. But there is a frustrating sense that something important is just about to surface, right there in front of you. This is the moment when a message from the universe is rising up to the surface of your consciousness. The third sign. The silence in the room feels deeper than usual. Even though it is the same bedroom, the silence at 3 in the morning feels clearly different in quality from the silence of any other hour. The density of the air feels somehow changed. This is proof that, at this hour, the delicate energy of the universe is descending into your space with certainty. The fourth sign. Even when you close your eyes, you cannot return to sleep right away. Your body must be tired, and yet, even with your eyes closed, your heart does not move toward sleep. This is because the universe has not yet finished delivering its message, and it is trying to keep your consciousness in that place a little longer. It is not that you cannot sleep. It is that the universe wishes for you to stay awake just a little while more. The fifth sign. There is a mysterious correlation between the days you wake around 3 and the days when something happens. On a day when you wake at 3, an unexpected message arrives. A precious realization comes, or something special occurs. Conversely, on days when you do not wake at 3, the day passes ordinarily. A person who has noticed this correlation is already, clearly, experiencing the call of the universe. This is the most mature soul. Among these 5 signs, are any of them already beginning to appear for you? If even one of them does, the universe's call to you has already, surely, begun. Chapter 3. Why the hour of 3? The special time when the energy of the universe is at its purest. Here, let me speak clearly about a question many people carry. Why does this phenomenon occur at 3 and not at 2 or 4? There is a precise cosmic mechanism deeply involved in this. On this earth, there exist several special times when the density of energy shifts. Among them, the time when the energy is at its purest. and the connection with the universe deepens the most is around 3 in the morning. This is a fact that various cultures around the world have, since ancient times, independently come to recognize. Buddhist monks have, for centuries, woken around 3 in the morning to perform their deepest meditations. In the monasteries of early Christianity, the tradition of the 3 o'clock prayer has continued through the ages. In old Japanese sayings, there is also the concept of the hour of the ox, the time when the boundary between the universe and the human world becomes thin. These are not superstitions. They are the unshakable evidence that all cultures, independently, arrived at the same truth. From a scientific perspective as well, around 3 in the morning is a special hour. At this time, most people on Earth are deep in sleep, and the collective energy emitted by humanity falls into its quietest state. And within the human body, hormonal secretions undergo a major shift, and consciousness enters its softest, most receptive state. In other words, 3 in the morning is the one and only hour in which the noise of the outer world is at its lowest, and the inner consciousness is at its most open. It is the time when the universe and the human being can speak together most deeply. The universe knows this. That is why, when it wishes to deliver a truly important message, the universe chooses this hour and gently wakes you. To put it in a simple image, it is like the moment when a single drop falls onto the surface of a silent lake. If a drop falls onto the lake's surface during the day, when it is already rippled by waves, no one notices its existence. But if a single drop falls onto the lake's surface in the deep of night, when it has become completely still, the ripples will spread clearly into every corner of the lake. The message from the universe is like that drop. In the noise of the day, it can never reach you. But the message dropped into the most silent hour, the hour of 3 in the morning, will spread with certainty into every corner of your soul. So if you, of all the hours in the night, happen to wake at 3 in the morning, this is by no means a coincidence. It is the clear fact that the universe, choosing the time when its message can reach you most certainly, is trying to deliver to you something of the deepest importance. Chapter 4. 4 mistakes that 99% of people make when they wake at 3 in the morning. When you wake at 3 in the morning, most people, unconsciously, take actions that ruin the precious call from the universe. Here, let me gently share with you the 4 mistakes. The first mistake: to look at the clock right away and feel disappointment, thinking, 3 o'clock again. The moment you wake, you reflexively look at the clock and confirm 3 again. And in that instant, a feeling of disappointment rises in you. Tonight is going to be another sleepless night, you think. The moment this feeling arises, your frequency drops at once, from the delicate state in which you could receive the universe's message, into the state of just another tired person. The second mistake: to feel pressured, thinking, I have to go back to sleep right away, and to close your eyes in haste. Your consciousness tightens, telling itself, for tomorrow's sake, I absolutely must sleep again. But a tense consciousness cannot receive a message from the universe. And the more you rush, the further sleep moves away from you. From the perspective of the universe, this is the act of trying to cut, with your own hand, the communication line that has just been opened. The third mistake: to reach for your smartphone. Telling yourself, since I cannot sleep anyway, you unconsciously pick up your smartphone and begin scrolling through social media or news. But in that moment, the sacred time of 3 in the morning, that the universe has prepared for you, is completely painted over by the vibrations of other people and the noise of information. The message the universe was trying to deliver no longer reaches you. The fourth mistake: to blame yourself for not being able to sleep. Why am I like this every night, you wonder? Am I suffering from insomnia? You begin to deny yourself. This vibration of self-denial completely pushes away the gentle message the universe was trying to deliver. The universe is calling out to you with love, but if you blame yourself, that message of love loses the place where it can be received. So what should you do? The answer is only one. When you wake at 3, receive it gently, as a call. Do not look at the clock. Do not rush. Do not reach for your smartphone. Do not blame yourself. Simply take the quiet posture of one who is listening for the voice of the universe. And if you cannot return to sleep, that is not a problem at all. For 30 minutes, even for an hour, within that quiet time, receive the message from the universe. That is, in fact, the most important time, far richer for your day than ordinary sleep itself. Chapter 5. The 3 quiet rituals to perform when you wake at 3 in the morning to receive the message from the universe. From here I will share with you the 3 rituals to perform when you wake at 3 in the morning to receive the message from the universe. These require no special abilities, no difficult meditation. Anyone can begin practicing them, gently, starting tonight. The first ritual. Without opening your eyes, slowly take 3 deep breaths. Even when you sense that you have woken, first of all, do not open your eyes. Just as you are, in the darkness, slowly and deeply, take just 3 breaths and settle yourself. Why must you not open your eyes? Because the moment you open them, visual information rushes into your brain all at once, and the delicate connection with the universe is severed in an instant. By breathing deeply with your eyes closed, you can keep the line of communication with the universe open. Breath is the most ancient bridge connecting body and soul. 3 deep breaths will gently retune your soul to the frequency of the universe. The second ritual. In your heart, silently, recite these words. I am listening now, that is all. There is no need to say it out loud. In your heart, toward the universe, deliver this single phrase. Why these words? Because if the universe is calling, but you do not respond, no dialogue can begin. If the phone is ringing, but you do not pick up the receiver, you cannot hear what the other person is saying. The phrase, I am listening now, is the act of picking up the receiver in your conversation with the universe. The moment you recite this phrase, a clear line of dialogue opens between you and the universe. And the universe, as if it had been waiting, will begin to send its message. The third ritual. The thoughts and images that rise within you. Do not judge them. Just receive them. Once the line has opened, various things should begin to rise within you. The face of a certain person. An idea you want to try tomorrow. A place you find yourself drawn to for no clear reason. Words you had forgotten for many long years. A feeling that comes without any context. Receive all of them, without judging, thinking, this is unrelated, this is not it. Just quietly receive them. And, if possible, place a piece of paper and a pen by your pillow, and write down briefly only the ones that left the strongest impression. Why is this important? Because what rises within you at 3 in the morning is all of it, the message of the universe itself. It is not the thought of your everyday mind. It is the pure information that the universe has directly sent into your consciousness. Practice these 3 rituals without forcing yourself and continue with them. At first, nothing may rise within you. But as you grow accustomed to the dialogue with the universe, your nightly midnight awakening will transform into the richest and the quietest time of your life. And one day, you will realize this. The messages you received within the awakening at 3 are, with certainty and depth, beginning to transform your daytime life. Chapter 6. The 3 changes that arrive in the life of someone who continues to receive the call at 3 in the morning. For those who continue to receive the midnight call of the universe, not with anxiety or fear, but as a gift, 3 great changes will surely arrive in life. These are not flashy changes, but they are the changes that transform the very quality of life from within. The first change. Your daytime intuition becomes sharper than ever before. The messages received at 3 in the morning begin to live as your daytime intuition. When you speak with someone, mysteriously, you can see their true heart. When you stand before a new choice, you can decide without hesitation. What is about to happen, you can suddenly, clearly, sense in advance. This is not magic. It is simply that, by continuing your dialogue with the universe at night, the information from the universe now flows naturally into your daytime consciousness, and the life of one who lives by this sharpened intuition opens with surprising smoothness before them. The second change. A long-held worry, one day, mysteriously, has disappeared. This is a change that many practitioners report with surprise. A problem that has tormented you for years, one morning, the moment you wake, somehow, no longer feels as heavy. It is because, at 3 in the morning, the universe had been quietly delivering to you the answer to that problem, or a shift in perspective. It is not that you consciously tried to solve it, but the delicate information from the universe had been accumulating in you every night. And one day, naturally, the problem had untangled itself. This is the deepest mechanism of healing, known only to those who have continued the dialogue at 3 in the morning. The third change. The quality of your sleep itself transforms from the root. At first, this may sound contradictory, but for those who have begun to receive the call of the universe, mysteriously, the quality of sleep deepens and becomes richer than before. This is because, by ceasing to view the midnight awakening as insomnia and beginning to view it as sacred time, the anxiety toward sleep itself disappears. When anxiety disappears, the body naturally returns to its original, deep sleep. And before you realize it, your sleep time may be shorter than before, yet your awakenings are far clearer. This is the result of your dialogue with the universe rewriting, from the root, the quantity of sleep into the quality of sleep. When these 3 changes arrive, you are no longer a person who suffers over waking at 3 in the morning. You have become someone who, every night, awaits the most important dialogue with the universe, with anticipation. The midnight awakening, you now understand from the bottom of your heart, was never insomnia. It was a love letter from the universe. Chapter 7. To wake at 3 in the morning is proof that the universe loves you the most. Finally, let me share with you what I most wish to tell you. To wake at 3 in the morning is by no means a suffering placed upon you. It is the clearest proof that the universe loves you in a special way. Think about it. The universe contains billions of souls. Among them, only a small portion are deliberately woken at 3 in the morning. Why is it not all souls? It is because the universe does not speak to all souls at the same level. The universe, only when a soul has prepared itself to receive its delicate messages, chooses that soul for the first time and begins to call out directly. In other words, the fact that you wake at 3 in the morning is the unshakable mark that the universe has chosen you. This is not a privilege. This is not a responsibility either. This is simply a pure expression of love. Picture this. In the depth of night, when the whole town is asleep, a single window, alone, is faintly lit. Imagine it. The person inside that window may look lonely, but from the perspective of the universe, that person is the most loved being of all, the one who is having the most intimate dialogue with the universe. You, who wake at 3 in the morning, are the person inside that lit window. After many long years of study and observation, I have come to this truth with certainty. Between the person who rejects the midnight awakening as suffering and the person who receives it as a gift, the quality of life that follows becomes entirely different. The one who rejects it will continue to suffer with insomnia. But the one who receives it as a gift can welcome, every night, into their own life, the richest dialogue and the deepest healing. And one day, you will realize this. Waking at 3 in the morning has, somewhere along the way, transformed from something fearful into something you can hardly wait for. In its place, a fulfilled version of yourself sits there, awaiting the dialogue with the universe with anticipation. That is the deepest, most love-filled gift that the universe delivers, only to those who have gently answered its midnight call. Closing. Thank you truly for listening to my long story all the way to this point today. Until today, how much anxiety have you carried around the midnight awakening at 3? It will affect tomorrow, and that troubles me. Another sleepless night is coming. Am I broken somewhere? You may have spent many nights holding such thoughts inside, all alone. You have endured the weight of this so well. It is not because you have been weak. On the contrary, it is because you have lived sincerely with your life that the universe has chosen you as a special partner of dialogue. You have done nothing wrong. You are a person who has lived with enough delicacy and enough sincerity. And from here on, you no longer need to fear the 3 o'clock awakening as insomnia. It was never illness, never exhaustion. It was the quietest, deepest love call that the universe has been delivering to you all along. From now on, each time you wake at 3, you will be able to receive it gently, saying to yourself, "Ah, the universe is calling me again tonight." And the quiet time in which you answer that call will transform into the richest treasure of your life. Please do not rush. The dialogue with the universe, if you try to hurry it, moves further away again. Just, with trust, place yourself within that silence and allow yourself to be held there. Your future will open with more depth, more richness than you can imagine, together with this intimate connection with the universe. This is certain, because you, who listen carefully to the call at 3 in the morning, are already, surely, beginning to know that you are one of the most loved souls of the universe. The universe is always on your side. So please, with peace in your heart, if you wake at 3 tonight, receive it as the gentle call that it is. Final message. If today's message resonated with your heart, even a little, I would be very glad if you would press the like button on this video. It will become a small declaration to the universe that you have truly received the real meaning of 3 in the morning. And on this channel, I will continue to deliver messages that gently align your life from the perspective of the universe, the soul, and frequency. If you feel you would like to return again, please press the subscribe button and let us deepen our learning together in the next video. Lastly, if you would like to send a signal to the universe that you have truly received today's message, I would be happy if you wrote, "I have received it," in the comments section. That single phrase will surely guide tonight's midnight dialogue firmly onto the side of the light. May infinite light and deep stillness rest upon your soul. I will see you again in the next video. Thank you, truly, for listening all the way to the end.